He who thinks he can and he who thinks he can't are both usually right.
Next is Sudipa Bhattacharya. She's a Bay Area resident too. Um, she's an engineer working as a software development director in high tech. She loves art, literature, poetry.
Wow.
All I could say is she has all the traits of a Bengali.
Wow, amazing.
Thank you, Shilpa. Thank you so much. And thanks for making me a part of this passionate panel. I'm going to, discuss another side of SSR, which is his love for poetry. As long as you were, I was. Now just in your memories, I come alive, like a shadow, just a flicker. Time does not move. It's beautiful. It's forever. Now that's a poem written by our Sushant Singh Rajput. Sushant has shared this poem actually on social media with his fans sometime in 2016 or 17. But he has revealed somewhere else that this was his first attempt at creative writing when he was in college. So when he was in Delhi Engineering College, he used to miss his mom, who had passed away a few years before that. And while trying to process that pain, he actually ended up expressing himself through this. How beautiful is that? Now, Sushant never claimed himself as a poet or his ability to write a poetry. He actually shared all his creative writings under a special category called self-musing. Now, what is self-musing? Musing means like a period of, introspection, like deep thoughts. So I think by self-musing, Sushant was trying to convey that when he is doing self-introspection, self-examination, the feelings that come, the experiences that he gets, he just wanted to capture those from a very genuine place and then share that with others through words. And that is why he didn't want to put it in a box or follow a structure. It could be a poem, it could be a quotation, it could be just a conglomeration of few words. So that was our Sushant. I have seen after his demise that some of his fans have actually started a website called selfmusing.com. And there are many other endeavors also. There is a Twitter account, Self-Musing by SSR. But that selfmusing.com I really liked, because on that web page they declared that the goal for them is to collect all the creative writings, all the creative sides of Sushant and document it in one place. They are also documenting his favorite list of books and many other things. The sentence that I liked there, I'm paraphrasing, is that, we want to document 100% of that positivity. That positive energy that Sushant Singh Rajput had, we do not want to get that lost. We want to document it to pass it on to next generation, or like generation after generation. How cool is that? Some of you may have seen this in media. Recently I was seeing that there was one more note found in his farmhouse, which is, I think, in that note, I saw it in media. In that note, he actually had a quotation from Saint Kabir. So, Saint Kabir used to write these small 1-line, 2-line poems called doha or couplets, which used to have profound spiritual meaning. Now, it's not that, big thing that Sushant had, used a quotation from Saint Kabir. But the exciting thing is that in that same note, he had actually correlated those spiritual sayings of Kabir with theories of quantum physics. Now that's an act of genius. You know, he was a very good actor. He was a very good dancer. He was a very good human being, you know, and we know he was passionate about science, physics, astronomy. But he was also that person who could connect spirituality with science. And that's not an easy thing to do. And that's why Sushant is so special, so different from others, you know. Yeah, I also want to cover one more topic, which I know it's Smitaji's topic. Actually, Smitaji knows much more about it. It's Lito Fest. It's a premier event that happens every year in Mumbai. Smitaji is the main force behind it, as I understand. She's the founder, she's the festival director. But the connection with SSR is that he actually attended and participated in that Lito Fest, which goes on for 2 days in Mumbai last year in 2019. I have seen few videos of it. And you know, one thing that I found impressive, that he was not present there as a Bollywood star or superstar. He was present there, he was participating, you know, he was there to learn and share, you know, his demeanor was that way. I've seen one beautiful program called Rumaniyat, I think that Smita ji conducted in conversation with SSR. So that was Sushant, you know, he was there absorbing in all the goodness, learning, sharing with others. He spent 2 days in that Lito Fest. I'm going to end this topic with another poem by Sushant. This is also written on his mom. Do you remember? You promised you would be with me forever. And I promised you that I would keep smiling no matter what. It seems we both were wrong, Mother. Thank you.
Oh my God, that last lines were very emotional. I was not aware of that poem. Thank you for sharing, Sudipa. And we all know Smita is a poetess too. And I would really request if you could share few poem that either Sushant recited for you or something that he likes what you have recited.
So Sushant used to, always write, in reply to whatever I used to recite. And he loved using those, Urdu words because he was then, basically he just started learning to also pronounce it properly. And then, we would discuss the nuances of Urdu poetry, etc. सो वो खुद हमेशा एक ये जो 2 लाइनें आपने सुनी भी होंगी इंटरव्यूज में, कहीं रियलिटी शोज वगैरह में भी उन्होंने जाके बोली है कि तुम मुझसे एक बार दिल लगाकर तो देखो, तुम मुझसे एक बार दिल लगाकर तो देखो, तुम्हें खुद ब खुद से इश्क हो जाएगा. So this was his favorite 2 lines which he would always say. And this is his style, वो 2 लाइन में जैसे अभी इन्होंने पढ़ी है उनकी जो, this is also very close to my heart because इतनी beautifully, poetry is not about writing a huge long poetry, it's also about defining or expressing what you're feeling in very, very short lines, like just 2 lines. Imagine, delivering those beautiful expressions. So that's what he was, starting basically. और उसमें वो बहुत माहिर होते जा रहा था. So every time then, we were planning this tour also to America and Canada, bringing Romaniyat to few cities of Canada and America. Unfortunately, I'll never be able to naturally fulfill that dream of both of us, where we both would sit and there would be a grand piano and we would recite, all the big poets and our poetry together. But yeah, I think कुछ सपने शायद अधूरे ही रह जाते हैं. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I really have no words to express what a huge loss it is to the people who love poetry. And this would have been just a treat for those people, seriously.
Thank you, Smita. Sushant, हम सब अभी आपके चाहने वाले, क्या बोला था आपने? दिल, I'm sorry, मैं भूल गई.
तुम मुझसे दिल लगा कर तो देखो.
हाँ, हम सब
तुम
ने
खुद ब
दिल
खुद
लगा लिया है. Yeah.
जी.